Hey, I'm Christine. Nisha is back with me for another episode of Just the Tip Tuesday. And as you know, in every video, we have our lovely poop emoji always sitting by us and between us.
Keeping us company. Making appearances in the BDSM.
Yeah. But then we figured it's more appropriate if we have another type of pillow.
So thank you to a dear friend of mine, Jeannie Wilcox, who
I'm such a
created
kid.
this. Okay, so there's even a clitoris on it.
There is.
Isn't this exciting?
So, welcome our new pillow. Today, we are talking about contraceptions because last week it was National Contraceptive Day,
World Contraceptive Day.
World Contraceptive Day. So, worldly, we should be recognizing contraceptives.
Contraception is such a big deal because right now it's a hot topic because it's covered under the Affordable Care Act, and then we may or may not have this part of the Affordable Care Act for much longer, and so people, I think there was a Planned Parenthood statistic that came out shortly after the election that said that IUD insertions went up 900% after the election. Oral contraceptives have about a 9% failure rate. IUDs, and next one on some of the long-acting reversible contraceptives, and I'll show you some of the examples here. They have less than a 1% failure rate, anywhere from 0.05 to 0.8%.
Wow.
So this is the next one on. This one actually has the lowest failure rate.
Now, are these contraceptions just to help with pregnancy, right?
Pregnancy prevention only. So I always tell everybody when I put one in you, it is not a condom. You still need a condom for STI prevention. So those are separate issues. So this is the next one on. This is supposed to be a fake arm. Feel it. It's kind of
What is this?
It's a fake arm.
An arm?
Naturally. It's really
My
gummy.
arm does not feel that way.
Really
Thank goodness.
But it kind of makes you feel how far below the surface the next one on will be placed. So it goes kind of like right here in your arm, and it's not attached to a string when it's in your arm, but the little sample is like this. It's about 4 centimeters long. It's in there for 3 years. You don't have to do anything. The way you get it put in is I numb you up right here, and just a little spot to numb up, and then I just pop it in. It's super quick.
And that's your contraception right here. This little thing goes in your arm for 3 years and protects you from having babies.
And it is the most efficacious form of contraception that's out there. Yeah.
Even more so than an IUD.
Minimally more so, but yeah,
Okay.
but really easy to put in, really easy to take out. It's got about 11% rate of heavier periods with it, so nobody really likes that, and it is really annoying. But when that doesn't happen, this is my favorite form of contraception. So this is really easy. It's really nice. Got very minimal side effects. It's a low dose progesterone only, and again, it just sits there for 3 years, and it does the contraception for you, so you don't have to worry about not taking it at the same time every day. Or it's also so much less hormone than an oral contraceptive.
Really?
So the side effects tend to be less.
That's
good.
The
risks tend to be less as far as blood clots or stroke. And then women that have, I think we've talked about this before, women that have sexual desire decrease with oral contraceptives, they tend not to have it with these long-acting methods.
Good to know.
So oral contraceptives, we can talk about next. Those are typically combined with an estrogen and a progesterone. And they have a lot of hormone in them because it goes in your mouth, through your stomach, through this first pass effect through your liver. So then you still have to have the amount of hormone you need to be efficacious left over after all of that. But you have the side effects from all that extra. So the oral contraceptives, you can have the combined oral contraceptives, which have estrogen and progesterone, or you have a progesterone only, which we typically only use when women are breastfeeding. They call it the mini pill.
Why do you need both with the oral ones?
So the estrogen and the progesterone help kind of balance each other out and help regulate periods. With these, the progesterone only does the trick because it's going right to the source. IUDs.
This is the IUD, which gets inserted in you.
So here, we take an IUD and we go all the way up in the vagina to the cervix, which is where we take a pap smear from up here. We go into the cervix and then up into the uterus.
And it just sits there.
It just
for
sits
like
there.
5-7 years.
It depends on which IUD you put in.
Yeah.
So it's anywhere from 3 to 10 years.
It doesn't move. Like, can you see it? Like when they go back for a pap smear, will a penis ever touch it?
Good question. So you could potentially feel it. The only thing that you can feel that's in the vagina is this string, and it kind of feels like fishing line or dental floss. The real ones don't have tags on them when they're in the vaginas.
Yeah, maybe a tag in your vag.
So it sits in the uterus like this. This is the fallopian tubes. and this is an IUD. This one happens to be the hormonal IUD. The hormonal ones last 5 or 3 years. But these are great. You remember how this had that 11% side effect of heavier or more irregular bleeding?
Yeah.
These don't have that.
Okay.
But they do hurt to get put in. And I always tell people, I wish I could sugarcoat it, but I can't. They hurt to get put in. I'm in there twice, once to measure and once to put this in, about 3 seconds each. It feels like a week because it hurts, but it's so worth it. Typically the ones I use are 5 years. It'll sit in there for 5 years and you don't have to worry about it.
But you don't feel it for those
and
5
you
years.
don't feel it.
Yeah.
And if you want to take it out early and have a baby early, you take it out early.
Yeah.
And if you want to leave it in for more than that, we take it out at 5 years and put another one on the same day. And if you want to have a baby, you leave it in right up until the time you want to have a baby.
Okay.
We can take it out and you could potentially get pregnant that night.
Wow.
So you don't have to take it out and get back to normal or anything. You take it out when you're ready to get pregnant. Oh, I forgot one.
I was going to say, is there...
This one also doesn't have a string in the real version, and it's clear. But this is just a flexible ring that you put inside the vagina. So you do it yourself once a month at home, and you just squeeze it and put it up in there, and it pops open. I need a giant NuvaRing for this thing.
Yeah, right.
So you just put it in like this, and it pops open, and it just stays in there.
For how long?
A month.
Okay.
Well, 21 days.
And then you pull it out from
So
there?
you set
and
a
then...
reminder on your phone to pull it out, and then you give yourself a week to have a period. This has a failure rate similar to an oral contraceptive.
Okay.
So this one is not as effective as these long-acting reversible contraceptives.
Yeah.
But
the nice thing about this, though, is you don't have to remind yourself to take a pill every day. You have one reminder on your phone. 21 days, time to change it.
And you don't have to go and get it put in for you. You don't have to rely on me to do it for you. But all of these methods, it's important to note, if you have Affordable Care Act coverage, so they're 100% no penny out of your pocket. You know, if it's your first visit somewhere and you have to have an office visit, you'll probably have an office visit copay. But the IUD itself, do you want to take a gander at how much these things cost? The next one on too.
$500.
So they're about $1,000.
Jeez, I was half.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So
I was trying to be generous.
People, so people are nervous that they're going to have to pay a lot for them, but they're free, 100% free. And since these have become free, the rate of unintended pregnancies has actually gone down. And that's the first time that rate has budged in over a decade.
See, Mr. President, this is why you should not take our contraceptions away.
We need contraception. Abortion rates are going down, and unintended pregnancy rates are going down.
And which is what we want. And we want teen pregnancies to go down. I mean, as entertaining as teen mom is.
Right.
Are there any contraceptions for men at all?
No. Did you hear about the study that they stopped? There are a few different studies underway, but there was one that was going that was I believe it was a pill, and they stopped it early because men complained of, are you ready? Nausea, headache, mood swings.
Oh, poor baby.
Cramping. Yeah. So there are
You may not have but you're a giant
Yeah. You could only wish you were.
Oh man.
So there's other ones. There are ones that that actually get inserted that can maybe close off the vas deferens, and so they're looking into some. I don't know how much success they're going to have anytime real soon. But
probably not. Men are like, I don't want to do this.
Yep. At this point, you know, it's the woman's responsibility, but it's also the woman's choice. So I think our tip for today would be ask your provider if one of the long-acting reversible contraceptives is right for you, because again, they don't affect future fertility. People are always worried, if I have this in, can I have a baby later? What if I have it in for 15 years, can I have a baby later? They don't affect future fertility. In fact, with some disorders like polycystic ovaries or endometriosis, they actually improve your future likelihood of fertility.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and birth control pills will do that too.
Perfect. And again, these are just to protect against unwanted pregnancy. You still need a condom to protect against infections and stuff, which is what we talked about past couple of weeks.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, Nisha.
You're welcome.
So this will be with us every week now.
Adding to our repertoire. This is really distracting. I love it. It's weird that I just want to touch it and a little bit.
I mean, I put my head through it. If anyone's weird, it's me.